Hello out there, Splat and Chat peeps. I'm so glad you're here with me today. I'm Mel, and we're gonna paint today. So I thought another Halloween fun thing. Halloween's just around the corner. Thought today maybe we'd paint like a Dracula castle and some bats. Does that sound fun? And a big moon. I have the idea in my head, so we'll see how it comes out. Anyway, I had to tell you, today I went and painted with the elementary school students at art, for their art, and I got everything done. Everything went really, really well. I got back to the office to drop off all my supplies and spilled red paint all over the carpet in the office. Yes, I did that. So my hands are kind of sort of dyed red today from trying to clean it up. Nightmare, nightmare. I tell you, I am a messy artist. Even as I'm trying to put things away, I'm messy. So let's hope I don't make a huge mess today with this painting. But let's get started and have some fun. Confession time. I don't like doing this, but I must tell you, I painted this whole picture and then checked it and I realized my microphone was turned off. Yes. I'm telling you, today is not my day, but I go on anyway. So I repainted it in white and we're starting all over again. Yay! At least now I know what we're doing, right? Okay. So let's get started for the second time. Okay, you guys, normal things we need. Napkin, water cup filled to with about 1 inch or 2 of water. Okay, just my frosting leftover cup. Washed out, of course. No one frosting in there. A couple sets of brushes. So a small, tiny little round brush. You see those? A flat medium brush and then a flat large brush like this. Okay. Paint colors for this painting are white, gray, black, blue, and orange. Just a five color palette for this one. I'm just using these apple barrel paints that you can get pretty much anywhere you can go, anywhere you find. They're pretty easy and cheap. So, and also get your palette that you're going to put your paints on. It can be anything that you want to put paint on. This is just happens to be a paper plate, but it's already covered in beautiful colors. So, like I told you, repainting this lovely thing. Joys, right? So I should be better this time. We'll see. But anyway, you can kind of see my moon outline there. But we're going to start again. And we are going to do a little bit of blue and a little bit of black on your palette. Okay? And we're going to start with our biggest brush, wet it down, pat it off a little bit, and we're going to start with black at the top, okay? We're going to get some black and, put some water in it if you need to kind of help it run and smooth over this painting, this paintbrush, or this canvas, this paintbrush. Okay, get your sides, your tops. Okay, from here, after you get a little bit of black on there, let's get some blue. Pick up the blue right into your paintbrush. And we're going to kind of swoop that blue into there. Now, this sky, I'm going to not want to do like perfectly strokes across. I'm going to kind of want to make these strokes that kind of just, some texture strokes. Means my brush doesn't go in any certain way. It just kind of goes back and forth wherever it wants to go on this canvas, okay? So then we'll just get some more blue on there. The further we go down, the prettier the blue will get, and the brighter the blue will get. Okay. All right, you guys, I got my big brush rinsed out pretty good, and I got my white on my palette. So we're going to create a big, huge moon, okay? You kind of see where it was before on my picture. But we're just going to get this white on here and just make this big beast of a moon. And to get a fine line around the edge, you just add a little bit more paint if it's not giving you a fine enough line. Put more paint on your paintbrush and get it all the way around. Make this big Dracula moon. A little bit of blue now on your paintbrush with your white. And add just a few craters in the moon here that will give us some fun texture. By just pretty much patting your paintbrush on there and giving us some cool moon texture. Okay. White and gray together. And we're going to create some fun clouds that kind of cover up into the moon. And the way you do the clouds is you just put your paintbrush on and do some swirly Swiggles, pretty much is all it is. I mean, that's technical, right? Swirly swiggles all over. And then just kind of wipe off that water. Come in again with your paintbrush and just kind of go over top of it again. Some swirly swiggles. You can thin them out a little bit more and make them look more airy by adding just a little bit of water into them. Okay, you can even pat them out a little bit with a paper towel or your finger. Give them some cool texture that way, okay? However you kind of want to play with it. And do another couple clouds, okay? So it's just light, water, and gray. And this one's really airy. I just barely have any paint and more water. You want to do stuff in rule of odds. Odds look better than evens. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4 clouds. Let's do another little guy back in here, just to call it even in there. And this is kind of where your house castle will sit anyway. So just put a little cloud behind there. There. See, there's some clouds coming over the moon in places. That's kind of fun. So rinse out that brush. Load it up with, ooh, it just got paint on my witch's brooms back there. I don't want to do that. Do you see my cute witch's brooms back here? Look at all those fun things I'm doing. Oh, it got stuck. If you're interested in that one, go check it out on my Etsy shop. So cute. Okay, so let's make a black hill. So we're going to make this kind of plateau place. Look at this. Kind of like this, and it comes down like this, and whatever, you know, however you want to make it. It's a weird vampire castle or bat castle sitting on the hill. There we go. Let's make it some weirdness. Coming down like this. Oh, that looks good, right? Okay, from there, fill that kind of in with some black there. From there, let's put a little bit of gray on there, and we're going to make it like a kind of a hill that comes down like this in the front. Like a foreground. And then paint that underneath that in black. Okay. A little gray on there and kind of just smooth those two edges together. You can see that kind of comes in front. See how that works? We're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're going to make one that comes this way. Here's our heel here. And it comes swooping down in this direction. Right in front of the other heel. Right there. Oh, I messed up. We got a little bit of a heel there, so we got to fill that in first. Okay, fill that in. Then come on in front of it with that one. Put a little black in there now. Go all the way to the bottom with your black and onto your sides with your black. Fill that all in there. Get your bottom black too on the bottom. Make sure you paint that. And, whoop, 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 whoop. Don't drop your brush. Come in here with some gray and just kind of smooth those two over into this. And it looks like that hill is now coming over in that one. Okay, see how that cool, it's kind of giving you those cool illusions of hills in front. Let's give us a bump right here. There we go. We want some more bumps in our terrain here. There we go. Right, much better. More bumps. More fun texture in these crazy Frankenstein hills here. Here, just make them more bumpy as you're going. Okay. Okay, so there's some fun stuff. Let's make a little bit of grays up and through here too. Let's actually put a little bit more gray right at the tip. There we go. I think we got it. This is called the dryer painting dance. Dry baby, dry baby, dry baby, dry baby, squat baby, dry baby, squat baby. Look, I'm getting aerobic exercises in the panel of painting. Let's wait for it to dry, baby. That's how we do things around here. Do things at once. Oh. Now this is where the fun comes in. You guys can put whatever kind of shape castle you want to put on this. Any kind of, you know, thing that you're thinking about. I'm going to just draw a little spot here with kind of a castle top, which is kind of like a, I don't know, it looks like a king's crown or something like there. It's for shooting bows and arrows, I'm assuming. I don't know. I don't know much about this painting tonight, do I? There's one little part of my castle. Let's build onto that by putting on a tower that goes right next to it. Big tall tower right here. Let's make that into a window there, and this is going to be a little deck or something that comes off the window. A big tower here. Let's put a big, let's do a different window. A little window that comes down like this. Big tall skinny window. Right, looking good? Mind your way. Can you see those things? And then let's do another little guy up here. And a tower like this on top. Look how fun that is, right? I'm just making this up as I go. Really, I have no idea if this is even a real castle or what. Here's that. Okay, then let's do like a little part that goes across right here. I can put a couple tall windows in that. That. Ooh, that looks cool, right? And then let's do a big house part that comes down like this. The main part of the castle, I guess you'd call it. We'll give it a little, let's do 2 curvy windows in it. I mean, this is just fun. You guys decide whatever you want to do. Don't follow me exactly. Just do what you want to do. Fill those things in with black around. Don't fill in the windows. Okay. And just get them all around like that. Kind of fun when you paint. When I paint stuff like this, I imagine like who would live in this little room here, or you know, what's going on up here in this tower. Just some fun things to think about. I like to imagine the story of pictures a lot, and you'll hear me say that, like, oh, that's okay, this is this way because this happened, or you know, just imagine a story to it. It's kind of fun. Okay, let's put a couple little flags on top of our castle. Take this little tiny, go up tiny little lines. I usually take my pinky and kind of put it on the canvas, and it helps me to make these little tiny skinny lines. I don't know why that is, but it does. Okay, and then I'm going to make a flag on these little towers by just going like this and making a wavy, you see that? Wavy line. It gets thicker as it comes in. So I'm making a wavy line, gets thicker as it comes in to the flagpole. Any place that you don't have white inside your windows, come back and paint a little bit of white in them so that the orange will show up really good when it comes to paint the orange on. Let's do some bats while we wait for our white windows to dry. Okay, let me show you a couple easy bats. I'm going to do a really big one right here to show you kind of the technique, and then we'll do some small ones. So I think I'll put him right here. I'm going to make a scoop, and I'm going to make another scoop like that. And I'm going to make a little guy that comes off like this, and another guy that comes off like this. You kind of see how I'm doing this? I'm going to put a big bat face right here on top. And his little body that comes down like this, maybe some little legs, I don't know. And then I'm going to do these little points that come up like this. So I do that. Let's do the other side with my fingers out of the way, that would help. That. Okay, and then you fill all that in. Just make these swoops with little tiny points at the bottoms of them. And then once you get that all filled in and looking pretty even and sharp, you paint on him some little tiny ears. Pointy ears. And you got yourself a cool looking bat, right? Isn't that cool looking? I'll pull over here just for fun in this little tiny spot here. There we go. Cute little bat flying out of there, huh? Let's do another one. They're all over the place. I'm going to do another one right here. This is our main star though right here. You can give him some red eyes if you'd like to. That'd be kind of fun. Anyway, so once you get the bats done, how many you want to add, do whatever you want to do on that, and then we'll paint in the orange in the windows right here. Which helps the castle to just glow. It'll start glowing here in a second and just really come alive when we put the orange in there. So the other day we bought ourselves a what is it, like a fly trap, right? But it's like a sticky paper fly trap, really long tube that's sticky. And we put it out because we have a lot of wasps that live by our house. We put it out, and the next morning we woke up and we found, I kind of drove by it and I saw this big old huge something stuck to it, and I was like, what the heck is that? That's not a wasp or a fly or whatever. So I go out and check it out. And it just happens to be a bat, a little brown bat stuck to this thing, and I felt so bad because I kind of like bats. I know I've never had a bat be a pest to me, so I'm sure there's a few of you out there that cannot stand bats, but I never had them living in my attic or anything like that. But I do love the fact that they eat mosquitoes. So I was kind of bummed that this little bat died on my time, on my paper. I killed him. Oh my gosh, I felt so bad. And he was kind of still breathing and everything. And his still face was mushed up against the paper that was sticky. And there's just no way to save him. I was just kind of sad. So anyway, now because of my bat, I have 1,000 mosquitoes in my yard each night because that one bat doesn't eat them. So, for me, right? Bummer. Anyway, here is about where we're going to end it. The last thing I can tell you to do is to just, if you have any parts of your windows that want to be cleaned up, that need to be cleaned up, just take your paintbrush and kind of just take a black and go around your windows and sharpen them up like this. You can even give them a pane in the windows if you want to do something like that in each window. Okay, but just sharpen them up like this around the edges, and it will give you a really cool sharp edge on these windows and be really finished looking. On this one I'll show you real fast too. Just you can do a pane through them and make really cool windows. So that is the end of this painting. Give this guy some red eyes even too, this little bat. And add whatever else you guys want to add. If you guys paint this up, I'd love to see it. Give me a picture in the comments and I would love to check it out. So, okay, here it is, successfully done the second time around. It only took twice. Mike was on this time. I checked. And we finished this gorgeous castle on the hill. Now when I see this someone talk vampirish, in a low vampirish voice. My daughter wants to be a vampire for Halloween, but she calls it a vampiress. A vampiress. Anyway, yeah, I didn't know that was a thing. Anyway, this is where the vampiress lives. In the castle with her vampire and all these fun vampire bats, the fun things. So check that out. Etsy shop below link. Etsy link below shop in links in the below comments. I don't know what I'm saying. You guys understand. Mwah. I'll see you next time.